Well, it's good to have you with us for day 7 of 30 Days to Natural Diabetes and High Blood Pressure Control. I'm Dr. David DeRose. I've been sharing with you insights from my book, 30 Days to Natural Blood Pressure Control. This is something that Dr. Greg Steinke, Trudy Lee, and I collaborated on, and it's been among the top 10 best-selling books on Amazon. We're giving you simple things from this book that you can put into practice each day of the month. Today, the topic is rest and refresh. Rest and refresh. Now, it may seem like a strange topic. We're talking about challenges every day, things that you need to do. But here's what's really interesting. If you're not getting enough sleep, you're driving your blood pressure and your blood sugar higher than it needs to be. That's right. Take, for example, a common condition called sleep apnea. That's a condition where people stop breathing at night. And as a result, they don't get adequate rest if that condition is untreated. So they may, say, I slept 8 hours last night, slept 10 hours, but they'll generally be very fatigued because their sleep has been interrupted by frequent subconscious wakenings. That's right, your brain actually is aroused sufficiently to cause you to breathe, but you don't consciously wake up. And the result, in order to keep going the next day, is your stress hormones ramp up. And if they can't do it sufficiently themselves, what do you think they do? Well, they call you to look for other ways to keep going. You following along? We spoke recently about cutting caffeine. Well, if you're not getting adequate rest, I can guarantee you you're going to have to resort to caffeine or something to keep you going. Okay, here's my point. And here's my challenge. Beginning today, I want you to once a week take a special day of rest. Now, this may sound like a concept that your grandmother would embrace, because I don't care where your roots are from. It seems like in most places in the world, among most, for example, organized religions, there's this ethic of taking a day of rest. Sometimes it's called a Sabbath. Other days it's a holy day. Other days it's just a day apart from the work week. I want you to reconnect with that. One day a week, I want you to take a day of rest. Now you say, well, what is that going to look like? Well, what does that mean, a day of rest? Do I lay in bed all day? No, I just want you to make a break with your normal routine. So, for example, you're not going to be balancing the checkbook. You're not going to go running out to the store. You're not going to be doing business activities at home. If you're a student, you're going to take a day of rest from your studies. They say, hey, come on. This is the 21st century. What are you talking about? What I'm talking about is connecting with a value that, yes, it's an old value, but the medical research is showing that it's powerful. Some years ago, a study was done in Israel by a couple by the name of Anson. The Ansons studied mortality rates in Israel for some 10 years. They found something very interesting. Among Jews who were keeping the Sabbath, and they keep it there from sundown Friday to sundown Saturday, they noticed something very interesting. They had a decline in mortality. The evidence suggests that stress hormone levels fall when we take a day for family, for spiritual activities, for recreation. Now, I'm not mandating some kind of spiritual day of rest, but what we are going to do as we go through this program, I'm going to encourage you to do something every 7th day that fits in with this theme of rest and refresh. Sure, I want you to get adequate sleep every night. That's important. But I want you to make a commitment once a week, take a day of rest. Now, let's just say today, which is the 7th day in the program, is not the day that you keep maybe already as a special day, as a holy day perhaps. You can postpone this day if you want until that day in the weekly cycle. You following along? Because every 7th day from now on, day 7 is where we're at, and then day 14, day 21, day 28, we're going to have a special theme that focuses on rest in its broadest context. You say, I'm an atheist. Why are you talking to me about this? Well, hold on. Hang with me. You don't have to do anything that's labeled religious, but you can go into nature. Take a break from your work. Take a break from your main day in and day out activities and do something different. Go to a park. Go out to the mountains. Go to the seashore. You got the idea? Day 7, the message, rest and refresh. You're 1 week through a 30-day program to improve your blood sugar and your blood pressure. I hope you're keeping track. Remember, day 2, measure, measure, measure. Keep track. Write down at least once a week data. And if you haven't already looked at the link, we'll have a link again with today's program where we have a chart where you can keep track of some of your values. Stay tuned. We'll be back tomorrow with day 8 of our series. I'm Dr. DeRose.